Anton Scoro, Fisticuff Radio 5 Grappling, standing next to a guy who needs no introduction, really. I guess you could say the king, Gordon Ryan. How you doing, Gordon?
I can't complain. My stomach's feeling a little bit better, and just here coaching and watching all the athletes, so I'm excited.
Bro, I love hearing that the stomach's better, because the problem is you've been literally crushing the sport for the last 3-4 years, and now you're going to be 100%. What does that mean for the rest of everyone?
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to be 100%, but yeah, I've been operating at less than 50% for the last 4 years, and if I can actually get better, I mean, no one was even competitive prior to this, but after this, it's just going to be worse. So I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Speaking of the future, man, the talent level continues to get younger and younger, something that I think you have a big part to do in, because the sport was really old a few years ago, and now I feel like the sport's continuing to get younger and younger every year. Talk to me a little bit about that and the future of the sport of grappling as well as BJJ.
Yeah, we have, you're 100% correct. In the last couple of years, all the guys who are dominating were in their mid to late 30s. But now you see guys coming in, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds, who are winning trials and, even placing in ADCC. So it's definitely going to be more of a professional sport going forward than it ever was. And the talent, as the sport grows, the talent's just going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And you're going to start seeing high-level athletes in every division, not just the most common divisions, the most common weight classes. They'll have world-class technique running through all women's divisions, every weight class, every men's division, every weight class, and it's going to be different in the next 10 years.
I can't wait. So, Gordon, for you, obviously being out here, West Coast Trials, there's not really a need for you to be out here. I mean, you've already secured your ticket, you've punched it, you're the super fight. But for you, do you come out here more for, I guess, enjoyment to watch it, or do you come out here to really break down game and analyze it?
It's both. I came out here, mainly to coach my teammates out here that were competing, then it's always good to watch ADCC matches and watch how things are being scored and watch what mistakes athletes make, and then it's good to go back and to take those mistakes out of my own game, because as many times as I've won ADCC, you have to remember, we compete in ADCC every 2 years. I've only competed in 2 ADCCs, so there's a long break between times that you actually get to compete under an ADCC rule set. So it's always good to come and listen to the rules meeting, refresh my memory on what the rules are, and then watch athletes, watch how everything is scored, and then coach and obviously hang out with friends and watch the event.
All right, man, last 2 questions for you. Number one, anyone here who's truly blown you away and made you go, wow, this is the guy to watch?
I don't know if there's one person specifically who's been super impressive, but just the level of talent overall. Like in East Coast Trials, for example, there's a couple of people who really impressed, like Cole Abate, that really impressed me. But in this one, it's more just the general level of the athletes is much higher than I've ever seen in the trials. So I think it's just more the generalization of the level of the athletes.
All right, so last question. Obviously, Super Fight is going down, or at least we hope Super Fight's going down. Do you give me your thoughts on the Super Fight? I know you've got some questions on if Andre actually does show up, but give me your thoughts on this.
Yeah, so I mean, I was doing interviews saying that Andre stands no chance and this and that, and everyone's like, oh, you're full of shit, and he's the best ADCC competitor of all time, and yada yada yada. And then they watch this match at 1FC, and they're like, oh, well, that was terrible, and maybe Gordon's right. So now I think we're pretty much all on the same page, besides the people who are in denial. Yeah, I don't think Andre has any advantage besides the fact that he'll be in good physical shape, maybe a little bit better shape than me. Debatably, because he works more on being in shape and I work more on being good at jiu-jitsu. So he'll have good conditioning, he'll be physically strong, explosive, he'll have dynamic movement. He has better movement quality than I do, but just in terms of technical and tactical levels, there's just no way he's even close in any area.
I love it. All right, Gord, I'm going to let you go, brother. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to? Anything you want to say before I let you go?
Shout out to the haters for this year. It's going to be a long, long year. It's going to be a long, my stomach's getting better, I think, so I'm planning to compete until I'm 40 if I'm healthy, so it's going to be a long 14, 15 years for you guys. Should be great.
Hey, to all the haters.